And welcome back to the bunker, everybody. This is one of your hosts, SOS.
And this is Sly Elsewhere.
The other host.
I'm the other host.
That's right. He's on the other side of the table, and he's hosting. And this is the Apocalypse Bros. And we're back. And it is a rainy day in the apocalypse world. You sound like the vacuum thing from Teletubbies. He's got to wipe up all that weird pink crap that they got everywhere. I don't even remember what that stuff was called.
Crack cocaine?
Sure. It's pink cocaine.
Methamphetamines.
Kind of like how, in Breaking Bad they had blue meth was like the purest meth. Well, the purest cocaine is pink.
Not even.
It's also in like a pudding form. And the Teletubbies eat it like they're starving. Yeah, well, like starving children.
Yeah, that whole show is on crack.
Oh, so. Dude, that whole show is trippy.
The baby son is like...
He's an adult now.
Well, yeah.
If he's still alive in the apocalypse, I don't know. So
God help him.
But it is quite a rainy day in the apocalyptic world. We've got quite a downpour coming down. Obviously, that's where we're at. Your weather might be different, but we have definitely had reports come in about entire areas being washed away by the apocalyptic rain. Some areas have even said that they've had high levels of acid rain, which that's always scary.
Yes.
The idea, definitely. I mean, we all joke whenever we go out in the rain and say, I'm melting, but some people out there actually are.
Yeah, the pH level is very low.
So, is it low or high?
It's low.
Oh, it's low,
pH,
okay.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. 7 is actually neutral.
Oh, right.
Anything less than that's acidic, and anything more than that is alkaline.
Alkaline. I always say basic, and then I think, man, I sound like a white girl.
That's so basic. That's why pumpkin spice is very alkaline.
That bleach is so basic. I remember that cleaning detergents are always alkaline.
Yeah,
that's one thing I remember.
Yeah, which is crazy to think about. But yeah,
right. Yeah, don't mix ammonia and bleach.
Yep,
that's a random fact.
Why SOS? What happens?
I get. That's what happens.
Yeah, it's you die. But if you don't have chloroform handy and you're trying to kidnap somebody,
that's right. Is that how it works?
Can we say that?
Sure.
I mean, it's like sort of
survival tip at the beginning of the episode.
It creates chlorophoric acid, I believe.
Oh, okay. So it'll knock you out.
Yeah, it'll make you pass out and stuff. Yeah.
Wow, that's
it'll
crazy.
Mess you up. It's pretty bad for you.
Every time I look at my,
but boy, does it clean.
That's right. It does. It cleans out the room of people.
Yeah,
of conscious people.
Death.
Death. But yeah, no, acidic rain, rain in general, alkaline things, basic white girls.
All those good things.
All that good stuff right here, still happening in the apocalypse. How crazy is that? Actually, ironically, since we were talking about acids and base,
right?
Interesting base-related news is that, and I'm sure you've all heard of it because they are a band that is sweeping the nation. That's right. I'm talking about the new apocarock band.
Apocarock.
Demon Semen. Demon Semen is trending. I mean, as far as you can trend in the apocalyptic world with minimal technology.
Right.
But they are hit. They're hit. They're wow. I think I talked about that last episode. It's from Spider-Man. I shouldn't quote something twice, but nevertheless, they're big right now. So if you haven't listened to their music, make sure to check out Demon Semen. That's pretty easy to remember. In case you can't, Demon Semen. There you go. It's pretty straightforward.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, my headline today, SOS, is I figured I teased our listeners last week a little bit too much with the idea, do the Chinese have too much technology? Well,
you were feeling frisky.
I was teasing. They were being pleasing.
Yes.
That's past, present.
Pleased.
And or
teased.
Anyway, so I teased with that, and the answer actually is yes. So that's all I got. Just kidding, I got more. But they do have too much technology. At least two people, Lee and Dong. That was actually their names, SOS. I'm not making that up.
I believe it.
Dong. Lee and Dong, they actually hacked into computer systems of hundreds of companies, government organizations, and as well as individual dissidents and clergy. Now,
So,
why did they
are
do
you
this?
telling me that they hacked into the Sanitation Union?
They hacked into the Sanitation Union. Now, you
Really?
know what's crazy is the lack of technology in the apocalypse, yet the majority of what we have left of the technology remains in China. They put a patent on it, if you will, an apocalyptic patent, however that works. But they do have technology enough to apparently hack us. Now, the good news about not being very technologically advanced is that many of us did not get hacked.
That's right.
But the Sanitation Union is taking this up. They do have an issue with what was going on with the hacking. Obviously, having the other majority of the, in the at least the U.S. as it was known, still having majority of the technology in the Sanitation Union. So, but yeah, so they hacked into it. They really wanted to just steal the data of what is going on with the apocalyptic world, what's going on with the Coronapocalypse.
Which is interesting because we actually asked ourselves not too long ago what was happening on the other side of the world as far as the
We
apocalypse
did.
goes.
And now here's the
they're
insight.
obviously wondering the same thing.
Yeah, so they might be in the same boat as us.
That's right.
So yeah, Lee and Dong. They decided they want to hack for data, which brings us back to the question of when the origin of our. I think Rusty Bucket talked about one time about the origin of the virus coming from China, and was it created, and then the vaccine from Bill Gates. Is this all connected? That's a very interesting idea, and so I just want to bring it to your attention. If you got to be careful. They're going to find out about your coronavirus issues,
your business, your corona business,
your business,
your COVID business, your COVID's 19, 20, and 21.
22.
I wonder if other countries have different
23
numbers of corona.
Could be.
Could be. So you mentioned obviously our good friend that we haven't heard from in a while, but Rusty Buckets, who has been kind of AWOL since then.
Yes.
Interestingly enough, guess who our guest is today?
Who is it?
Rusty Mother Truckin' Buckets. He's here. He's here
Somewhere. I don't see him. Where's he at?
Actually, that's okay. I gotta. All right, guys, bring him in.
Oh, there he is.
Not you two.
Hey,
Rusty.
how we doing, Rusty?
Mr. Buckets?
How we doing? Thank you. Yeah, you guys can leave. Thank you. We got him. No worries.
You know, when I made that deal with the Sanitation Union not to cut my head off and kill me,
That sounds intense.
it was.
Al Qaeda.
When I made that deal with them, never expected you two to be the ones that I had to come and deal with. I told them I'd hop on one of these, apparently the top-rated podcasts in the wasteland.
Oh, that's us.
And last time it's nothing against you guys. Last time I was on with you guys, somehow my secret bunker, which I gave away no details on,
Nothing.
was found, and I was almost killed.
Jeez.
And apparently, what I was doing was illegal. I didn't realize there were rules in the wasteland, but
There's few.
Guidelines.
Yeah, more like
Guidelines
they're more
to
like
stick to.
guidelines.
Exactly.
apparently I was breaking multiple rules.
Oh.
And didn't even realize it. So now I'm in this situation. They told me I come on this show, and with good behavior, and maybe I can go back out to the wasteland sometime soon.
Oh, awesome. All right. Well, hey, that's always good news, and I'm glad that coming on our show is considered good behavior. That's kind of a positive nod to us.
I hate you guys.
Oh, well, I mean,
Jeez.
well, as you know, we're obviously here to just disseminate, if you will, information to our listeners that is unbiased. We want to make sure we have the most fair news out there, so we gain it from all sources, even from sources like you, Mr. Buckets.
Yeah, I feel like you guys are part of the problem, honestly. Here's my first conspiracy of the day.
Okay.
I feel like you guys are working with the Sanitation very closely. I mean, you talked to the guards like you knew them.
Jim and Steve.
Exactly. You see, you guys know him. I feel like you're...
Steve's anniversary is actually coming up next week.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I
that's
got him a
wonderful.
card.
Oh, that's nice. He's having a party?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't?
I'll just
Anthony and I got
I'll probably just
I thought you would.
I'll just go hang out with Bill. I bet he didn't get invited.
Yeah, no one invites Bill to anything.
Well,
He smells.
it's not his fault.
He stinks.
He has he has a problem.
Yeah, you guys have a guest.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
sorry,
Mr.
yes.
Buckets.
Yeah, anyways, I feel like the work that you guys are doing is actually against the residents of the wasteland, and you guys will soon be found out that you guys are evil.
Well, hey, you know, we always appreciate any feedback from our guests or our, you know, anyone else out there in the wasteland, any of the other survivors out there. We always appreciate getting any kind of feedback, positive or negative. You know, we want to know how to make the show a little bit better.
Yeah.
I will say, you know, we don't necessarily work for, quote unquote, or directly with the Sanitation Union, but it's sort of a benefit system. They give us things, specifically toilet paper. We give them a couple things, not details to our survivors or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, details on where my
like
hidden bunker is.
No.
Positive exposure.
Yeah, positive exposure.
Typically.
I was close to, you know, exposing the secrets, and I'm sorry. Oh, I can't say that. Oh, sorry. I was close to exposing certain things that definitely not secrets of the Sanitation Union, where they want to kill and destroy everybody. I'm sorry. But yeah. I'm sorry. Oh no, you put the knife away. It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You guys are.
It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, no. We want to make sure to get his word out.
I was totally wrong in what I was doing in my bunker, trying to not expose anything bad that's happening, because nothing bad's happening. The Sanitation Union is definitely not in control of this virus, and with China on this virus.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Well, good. Awesome.
Really tied into our story about the Chinese stealing data. And
That's
stuff.
right. That's right.
Oh, interesting.
So we brought you here, or we asked for you to come here, for the purpose that you could kind of share any new theories that you've got out there, anything interesting that, you know, we might not hear in our typical headlines that we share or we find out about, but definitely something that'll let the audience really think and maybe wonder.
Well, let me tell you something here. There's drugs out there.
Drugs, okay.
Apparently
There are drugs
that are
Meth,
supposedly
cocaine.
No, these are good drugs.
Oh,
Good drugs.
Like
cocaine.
Yeah, like cocaine and stuff like
Cocaine.
Adderall.
Adderall, yes.
That's a good one.
No, these are good drugs.
I got
They're
an
supposed to
Adderall
heal
guy.
you. From what I hear, they could potentially heal from this wasteland state that we're in, and possibly bring back civilization as we once knew it.
Wow, that sounds like good
within
news.
30 years. I mean, because it's pretty messed up out there right now, I think. But there's drugs out there that are available that could heal us, and potentially, if we all work together as one, we could bring back civilization as we know it now.
Wow.
The government or Sanitation Union, as
They look a little distracted at the moment,
Okay.
so.
as you know, as you might say, they don't want these drugs to get out there because they're not their drugs that they're promoting, and I feel like these drugs that they're promoting are going to do more harm than they will actually good.
Interesting.
And so there are drugs out there right now, like things that I can't pronounce, that would really maybe you have the name of it.
I believe I have something here. The Sanitation Union. It's on the. Tell me if this is the one. It's one of the newest ones we put on the red marked list, which is generally the list that stuff not to be praised.
Banned.
Because, yeah, it's stuff that
Outlawed.
has been promoted as something good when the Sanitation Union knows better that it's actually bad.
Not
So
recommended.
I think this is what it's called. Let me pull up my handy dandy translator.
Hydroxychloroquine.
Yes, hydroxychloroquine.
Hydroxychloroquine.
Now let me just say it, Quinn. That's a great name in general. But the hydroxychloroquine is a drug that's supposedly helping people, but no, they don't want to promote it. Think it's getting banned because it's actually helping. And I feel like the vaccine that we're actually going to be getting is going to be forced upon us, and it's going to end up being more harm than it is good.
What do you think that they are? Why are they forcing a vaccine on us? If it's going to help, it'll help, right? Why? What purpose would they have in forcing it on us?
To force their own agenda. I mean, if we have a drug right now that's working, why aren't we using it?
And is there proof that hydroxychloroquine is working?
Yes.
Interesting. I feel like maybe the proof has been put out by people that just want to stir up trouble. That's what I've been told.
You saying I want to stir up trouble?
I'm not. I'm just saying from what I've heard, the proof that
You want to step outside?
The proof in the pudding. You can't. You're shackled.
Oh, that's right.
Well, all right. So obviously, there's some question on the legitimacy of a number of drugs that are out there, specifically this hydroxychloroquine, on whether or not it has a usefulness or not on this coronavirus, COVID virus, etc. In curing, I'm assuming the corona corpses or the Rona roamers, whichever term you prefer to use.
Yeah, the Rona roamers are still out there, and I was doing a lot of work to abolish them, get rid of them. And like I said, I was somehow found. I didn't give away any details of my fort.
Well, obviously, it couldn't have been our fault because we didn't know either. So,
Right.
Well, I think you guys might have had something to do with it. But,
We just.
they told the Sanitation Union said I could not accuse you guys of anything, otherwise it'd be death on the spot. Now I've gotten away, I think, a little bit of accusing. They've been very lenient today. I thank them for not killing me.
I think they're playing video games in the back.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of going into
That's what
some
I keep
deeper
hearing.
details now with
Yeah.
some conspiracies. Because if I'm talking conspiracies, they've been very gracious to me. They gave me one blanket, not a bed.
Oh,
I don't have a toilet. I have a hole in the ground.
do you
which
prefer
I
to
think
sleep on or under the blanket?
I wrap it around me like a hot dog.
Oh, nice.
Yes, you got a little.
That's a good idea.
You got one of
And
the bigger blankets. Then.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's still a small blanket. Only one leg is warm at a time, so I kind
Oh.
of got to switch in between.
Throughout the night.
But very gracious to them. I did not get a toilet, but thankfully, I don't know what more you could really ask for. They did dig a hole in the ground for me. Now, when the hole gets full, you kind of just got to let it
Yeah.
go down, drain down until
You gotta watch your eating and drinking.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly.
Which is good.
Um,
I mean, it's good for dieting. Yeah.
Well, I don't actually have a sink either,
Oh.
so I wash my hands with urine.
Oh. Well, it's
It's sterile.
yeah.
It is sterile, and it actually is a very my skin hasn't been this soft
There
in
you go,
years.
Your smell probably hasn't been quite this pungent. No offense. No offense.
None taken.
All right.
Anthony did look at him like he's a tasty treat.
That's
You walked
right.
in, you
He's-
see him lick his lips.
I almost thought if he had
I'll
like
punch him in
a
the
crush
face.
on him or something, like maybe he's like, oh, he's just like me.
I'll kill that raccoon. I'll kill him. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Don't hurt Anthony. No, we need him. All right, so that takes care of kind of that drug discussion on whether or not do your research, folks. Bottom line. Next up, what other conspiracy theories do you have, Laura?
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys have heard. There's this new band out there called Demon Semen.
Oh yes, yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, and
They're huge.
They're huge.
the music they're actually playing is actually a mind control technique put out from the Sanitation Union.
Oh,
And,
really?
They're still not looking at me, are they?
No, they're like thoroughly engrossed in
So
whatever
now this
video
music,
he's playing.
this music that they're putting out is actually controlling people, and actually in some rare cases, before I was captured, I did some extensive research. In some cases, with people with weakened mind, maybe pre-existing conditions,
Oh, yes.
it's actually turning them straight into Rona roamers.
Wow, through the music.
Through the music.
Really?
Well, it's the music is telling them to do certain things, and the way we all know how you turn into Rona
Like
roamers. I don't need to
voodoo.
go over that.
Sure.
It completely turns you into a Rona. Some people just completely tells them through their sound waves, what to do, and they turn to Rona. Other people is controlling them in different ways. The more even strong mind people are getting affected by this. They're getting brought in, and the Sanitation Union is using this mind control technique to control the masses. And thankfully, where I'm at in a cell, I'm kind of locked away from that type of music. So I'm not affected by it, of course, and I'm strong enough willed, and I know about it that I can control it. But
course.
like people like you,
Oh,
I mean, you guys
we're at risk.
are at risk.
Now, what is it? I mean, is it science? Is it psychology? Is it voodoo? What is it that the music is?
Do they blind them with science?
Yeah, like what is it about the music that is causing people to just snap right into Rona Romer state?
It's just basically like a hypnotic technique.
Okay.
The words that they use in their songs, timed out over. If you were to slow it down, And even sometimes if you play them backwards,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
That'll trick.
yeah,
secret
that'll
messages.
secret message. Yeah, and then in their hit single "Strangle My Heart with Your Lust."
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Classic.
Yeah,
It's Anthony's favorite.
it's a classic as of
Yeah.
It's as classic as apocalyptic music gets.
Well, the lifespan,
Yeah,
if he makes it a couple years.
Anthony
Yeah,
walks
exactly.
around with that repeat on his Walkman.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so basically that song, if you play it backwards,
Mm-hmm.
in the chorus it actually says, "Ha ha, we're the Sanitation Union, and we're controlling your mind." LOLs, like with a Z on the end, like they're really rubbing it in.
Yeah.
Wow.
But people, a lot of
that's
people,
bold.
a lot of
Yeah, that is
Allegedly.
very bold to like mock
well,
the
if you're
audience.
listening to the song,
Yeah,
it's telling you in the song, don't play this song backwards.
really. So wait, if they're telling you in the song, playing it normally, right? If they're telling you in the song to not play it backwards, is that Demon Semen, the band, are they being held against their will and forced to produce this music? And they don't want you to, or is it the Sanitation Union is trying to sort of like tell you not to listen to the song backwards because they don't want you to know?
No, actually, the band themselves are actually security guards with, the Sanitation
Wow,
Union.
interesting.
They,
Do you think Steve and or-
Steve's actually the bassist.
oh,
They all wear masks during their
Go
performance, of
figure,
course.
Steve's gonna be the
maybe it's best I don't go to the
But
anniversary party.
no, it's just random guys that are, and they're putting on this front that they're just random, they're an upcoming band in the apocalypse.
Sure,
But actually, they're all Sanitation Union workers.
sure.
And the one he serves me one meal a week of
Mhm.
3 grains of rice and a piece of rotted bread.
No,
Um,
I mean,
oh, by the way, do you guys
nutrients.
got like snacks for your guests?
we'll send you with some. Absolutely.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
afterwards.
I appreciate that. I haven't eaten in I get my meal on next Tuesday.
Oh,
So-
okay. Well, yeah, you'll have something to snack on until then.
I appreciate that. I just
Absolutely.
gotta make sure I don't fill that hole up too quick.
Right.
All right. Okay. So that's all. I mean, there's a whole conspiracy going on behind this band, Demon Semen, which is crazy because again, everybody really seems to love this band. But I guess now that we don't have like as much like of a television or video whatever focus in our society's technology, we don't get to see what's going on at those concerts. So they might be having these concerts just zapping people into corona corpses and Rona roamers as you were suggesting.
I when they were first trying this technique out, the guy in the cell next to me, his name was Dave. Good guy, quiet guy, down to earth, pretty cool. They played the music on repeat. They put earmuffs over me,
Interesting.
and so I couldn't hear it. And they put it on repeat in his cell over and over and over until he just turned it straight into a Rona roamer.
My goodness.
And I remember hearing Steve, actually, the bassist, claim, wow, that went even better than expected, because they just wanted to control his mind.
Sure.
It turned him straight into a Rona roamer.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And it showed that he was one of the rare cases where that does happen. They tried it again with a cellmate next to me, and he just straight up did their bidding for him. Now he's actually a secret assassin with the Sanitation Union. He's got a
I was gonna guess an
nice
accountant.
flat, and he's got a nice,
Secret accountant.
nice
Accountant.
nice, flat that he lives in, and just beautiful place. I've been there once. They tried to kill me, but I convinced him otherwise.
Oh,
That
Give
I
him
would.
the old wink.
I said, please don't, and he's like, you're a good cellmate next to me. They still got some of their memory left,
Right.
so they spared my life. They cut my left foot off, but they spared my life.
It was one of them.
Oh,
was up
that's
a
why.
hobble.
I thought it was just because when they brought you in, I thought it was just because you didn't want to come in here for some reason,
Yeah.
and they kind of had to like.
No, I
carry
have like
you
a
out.
wooden. I have like a wooden peg as a foot now.
Oh wow!
So-
How's that feel?
You don't feel it at all.
Oh,
They were nice
Well, that's
enough
kind of
to.
beneficial.
They were nice enough to put me under when they cut my foot off.
Oh, that was very kind of them.
It was very kind. Compared to death, I mean, I
Right,
really
that's
couldn't
true.
have asked much more. I actually thank them daily for taking, because I actually didn't need that foot.
Right. Who needs 2 feet?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right? Interesting. So, all right. What other? Do you got any other conspiracy theories for us?
I've got so many to name. Just ask me any questions on some of the popular ones.
Well, one of the things that I wanted to touch on again, since we talked about this one of the last times, was the idea of when Bill Gates was putting out this vaccine that unfortunately did not work. The thought was out there in some conspiracy theorists' minds that he was actually the virus was actually what was making the Rona roamers happen at that point. So if the conspiracy theorist is that was true, does that mean that this demon semen music is actually going to produce an effect of the same, and they basically need to replace it?
Well, what this demon semen music is doing is, see, the Sanitation Union, they're here trying to clean this mess up. What they're actually doing, they want more Rona roamers. So what this music does is it goes into these people's heads, and especially now the ones that's turning straight into Rona roamers. Basically, what it's doing is just telling them. It goes in their mind saying, because it tells everybody the virus really isn't that bad without actually saying that. Because they'll straight up tell you the virus is bad.
Mm-hmm.
In this music, it's subtly saying the virus ain't that bad. So the people who are really, really weak-minded go out, have a party together, contract the virus, turn to roamers. So that's what's happening there. The other people who still have some sense are like, oh, I don't want to catch the virus, but the virus ain't that bad. So they're doing the Sanitation Union's bidding. But some of the weaker-minded ones are like, they get told to themselves, yeah, I need to get this virus ASAP.
Wow.
So they go and actually get the virus, and they turn to roamers.
They seek it out.
That's the main difference, is they seek it out.
Wow, amazing. That's wow.
You guys haven't
quite
had
the parlor trick.
You guys haven't had thoughts on going and getting the virus because it can't be that bad, right?
We stay pretty much well.
I mean, we're pretty much hanging out in this bunker like all the time.
We know the virus is.
I mean, we have a job. We record the podcast, so we work pretty hard on it.
It's good.
It happens. And so, that's, 9 times out of 10, this is where you'll find us. So, I mean, not to say that we don't, go out there. We try to,
go to the local market.
Yeah, we go to the local market. We'll go rummaging sometimes with Anthony just to, find some stuff to give our guests, things like that.
Yeah, you guys still haven't given me anything.
Well, we'll give it to you at the end of the episode.
Yep.
You were supposed to get the package that we had sent to you, but obviously you weren't
They
there.
screen all my packages.
Yeah.
They're big package screeners.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't even know you guys had sent anything. Yeah, they really, the fair large packages really really tips them off. They really like rummaging through the really big packages.
Yeah, well, they got to make sure there's nothing dangerous in those big packages. So the larger the package, the easier it is to hide a big weapon in there. Missiles, contraband, anything that is,
any
the
kind of
Sanitation
bladed
Union
weapon.
wants to make sure. And it's about keeping you safe, really.
That's true.
Not about them getting their hands on whatever's in your big package or whatever. It's.
I mean,
all
as long
about
as the
keeping
liquid
you
is in
and
a container that's smaller than, what is it, like 3 quarts or whatever?
Yeah.
Or is it quarts or
Ounces, I think.
ounces?
Julian.
Oh, right.
All I can say is I really wanted to see what was in that really big package. See if it was a really big package or not.
Well, that's some good stuff. The big package did carry some good stuff with it. So
I mean, I'm sure you've got hundreds, if not thousands, of different interesting conspiracy theories that we could be going over. I mean, do you have any others that you want to throw at us before? It looks like the Sanitation Union's kind of giving us the timer. But is there any other ones that you wanted to discuss before you have to head on back?
yeah, any specific small
Or large. I mean,
Or
it could be
large.
large, yeah. I mean, they said one
fairly
more.
sized conspiracy.
Yeah, fairly sized conspiracies.
Yeah, there's that big one out there. You guys know the beer Corona?
Correct.
Yeah, there's actually people who are trying to replace their blood with Corona beer. And saying that this is supposed to help you, contract off the Corona. But this is completely...
So they're using it like a vaccine.
Yeah, they're
They're
pumping
using the
themselves
beer
full
itself.
of beer. They're actually pulling out blood
Uh-huh.
and wanting to replace their blood with Corona.
It's truly a transfusion.
Yeah.
It is a transfusion.
Corona transfusion.
And let's just say it's not working out for them.
What are we? I mean, what kind of results are we seeing?
We're seeing a lot of death.
Oh,
And this is just another lie spread
right.
secretly through Demon Semen's music. Their popular song, Love Me Long Time. Yeah, that's on there. Please don't play it anymore. And I can feel my head kind of.
I'm really tempted to play it backwards, or like
It's my ringtone.
I'm really tempted to record myself singing it and playing it backwards, just to hear myself say, "Emmett dome darn dear."
No, stop. That's where it gets you. I'm like right now. I'm
But
craving.
wouldn't listening to it backwards negate the effects? because you're hearing the actual message.
I'm at this point. I just don't want to hear the song at all because I'm scared of what it's going to tell me.
Or do you just not like it?
This has nothing to do with me not liking their music.
Blasphemy.
I just don't want to be killed by listening to this music like you all are going to be killed.
Fair enough.
Live in prosperity. Whatever.
I like to think that we have pretty strong minds, but we'll see how long we can make it, and when we start seeing side effects, we'll cut ourselves off from listening to the band Demon Semen and their music.
You won't see side effects. It's just going to hit you.
Even if what you were saying was true, which we all know it can't be, even if it was true, there's no way that the Sanitation Union would get rid of such loyal subjects, employees, as us, and have to replace us. There's no one that could replace this podcast. I could do SOS's and Sly Elsewhere's job.
That's right.
And Anthony.
They can't replace us. Yeah, how would they get another
Can't
raccoon?
replace Anthony.
All I'm saying is, and I'll part with this, about 3 cells over, this guy, his name is Josiah.
Oh.
And they got another. They've actually. This is the first time they've done this. They gave him a roommate. His name's Steve. Ironically,
Different Steve, though. Yeah.
Different Steve. Yeah. This is very normal, natural,
Chill
name.
Steve.
But no, it's just.
I see. What you mean.
His name is really Steve.
Sure.
So Josiah and Steve, and they've been
Size Steve?
Regular size Steve.
Yeah, he's a regular sized guy.
Okay.
About 160, 6 foot. He's a little skinny side actually. Could probably bulk up a little bit. But anyways, they've been having him go back and forth talking about current events and having them pretend like they have a podcast. And just been going back, and they've been calling it the Apocalypse Brothers. So
Apocalypse Brothers.
and they say they keep telling them, and I'm pretty close to them. They keep saying your guys' time is coming soon, so we need to work on this podcast and how to get this going. So they say you're taking over for them. Now I don't know who the them are, but they just say they're taking over for them here soon. So
Maybe the Apocalypse Sisters.
Ooh.
could be definitely.
I'd listen to that.
Definitely not. No, these are 2 guys.
Well,
So they're gonna be taking over for somebody.
For
I
now.
don't know who. They just say it's gonna be happening soon. And they've been having them practice about 8 hours a day, putting out content, and then editing the content and going back and working on it with them so they can deliver, falsehoods and.
Now, out of curiosity, this Josiah and Steve, do they by any chance have do they speak a different language or do they have really heavy accents?
No.
Because my theory is maybe they're trying to impact
sure.
foreign audiences with the
definitely,
Apocalypse
yeah.
Bros.
Yeah, no, they're.
Translations.
Yeah,
Sure.
no, they are both white and they both speak very clear.
I mean,
English.
a white person could speak another language.
They 100%, and I can tell you this from being. They do not speak they speak English only, and they 100% speak very clearly.
Well, we'll see.
Now we've heard stories about. You had mentioned before how that Corona beer, and how some of these messages are convincing people to put the Corona beer into them and transfuse. Now we've heard reports from other conspiracy theorists, interestingly enough, some of which have actually kind of cited you as almost like a leader to them, because there is a movement kind of going on, that the Corona beer and infusing it into your body actually enhances the Rona Roamer state, makes you almost like a super Rona Roamer.
Yeah, see, all it does is harm you.
Sure, sure.
And basically, the people that aren't like going fully transfusing their blood and dying, because obviously you need blood to live. But when you listen to this music, you don't hear that. You don't think straight. But now some people who are, still have a little bit of brain left, they realize, I can't, get rid of my blood. But this music's telling them to, ingest this Corona. So instead, there's some people that are just ingesting Corona, just like it's going out of style. And so basically, what the Sanitation Union is doing is creating a bunch of, zombies, if you will. It's just a bunch of drunk people that can't stand up for themselves, and they just do what they're told because they're always consistently drunk through this music.
Interesting.
So you've got half a helpless population here that they're controlling. And straight up, you go, if anybody could find a working computer, I mean, I've heard rumors that there's a couple out there, and you went to the sanitation's website, which I know for a fact is up, it would just, it's full of, pleasant, stories about how great they are and what they're doing for the 6 people that have computers across the wasteland.
I've written 3 of them.
That's right.
Yeah, he has, and it's all it's all false.
So you're saying they're human trafficking using beer?
No, they're just taking out half of the population that could eventually come back and fight against the Sanitation Union. They're cutting off half that population. I mean, if you're basically drugging half your citizens, they're not going to be able to fight back. Can you guys fight for another 10 minutes? I don't want to go back to that place. I don't want to go. Don't make me.
If anything, you can. Sit.
Don't make me go back to that place, please.
Well, the clock is telling us.
No,
it's
please,
time to
no.
go.
No,
But
no,
as they're taking you away, don't worry because we're going to be sending you back with some stuff.
Yeah, Anthony found some half-eaten sour Skittles.
That's right. On top of that, we had gathered together kind of a little, a care basket package? Yes, care package, yes. We got a care package. It's got
really good sized.
It is.
Package of caring.
It's got a half bag of, you said a bag of half-eaten Skittles. There's a number of other items that we've chosen to include in there. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get some high-quality items, but we did get what we could get. And these are some of the snacks and foods. We know that was kind of a big thing for you. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get a full-size blanket. Right. But we know snacks and food was a big thing that you were really missing out on. So here are some of the items that you can expect to find. They're all either freeze-dried or dried out or canned or something along those lines, so that they'll be good for a while. So you can save it for a while. We're talking about black licorice.
Yes.
Candy corn. Everybody loves candy corn.
Loves good candy corn.
Circus peanuts.
Yum.
My grandma loves circus peanuts. She's also dead, so. But I'm sure that's unrelated.
No.
Sure. Peeps. We got some Peeps left over from this last Easter when we celebrated.
The staler, the better.
That's right. The factory for Peeps is still shipping out. They're not continuing to produce. They just continuing to ship out.
So many Peeps, so
exactly.
they're just shipping stuff.
There's a lot of retail stores that you can still find. People will raid the retail store, and then you would go in there afterwards and still find Peeps, because even the raiders didn't want them, admittedly. Yep. We did find a couple cans of Spam.
Oh, and I also heard we had some Good and Plenty's left over.
Yes, we did have a few Good and Plenty. We had like one bag. That's it.
Those went fast.
Yeah, surprisingly, which is interestingly enough. I think people thought they were medicine.
I think so too. They just kept tasting.
They were like,
kept taking
pills, sweet.
Yeah.
They didn't even really look at the packaging.
Because for a while they were all jacked up with sugar.
Yeah, with sugar. Yeah, that's it. Actually, one of our listeners from the UK actually shipped us this black pudding. We had a thing of black pudding, which, if you don't know, is basically just coagulated pork blood.
Yep.
In a sausage form, so that'll be a good form of protein. It is a delicacy. It's got lots of iron. In case you're missing some iron in your blood, you got plenty of that in there. We are sending you with a whole loaf of whole wheat bread, which is really exciting.
It's delicious.
That is freshly baked, with all the nutrients, all those seeds, all those grains, all of that stuff is in there. It's great. We're sending you with some spray cheese, can of spray cheese. That stuff's good. It'll last forever. And we did just celebrate a birthday recently, and we had brownies. We did still have a corner brownie left, so we're sending that with you as well. It's all wrapped in. That one will not save as well, so you should probably eat that as quickly as you can.
Maybe put some of the cheese spray on it.
You could do that, yeah. Or it might go well with the black pudding. Maybe if you close your eyes.
Dip it in the black pudding?
Yeah, or,
like
well, it's not actually black pudding.
Right.
It's sausage. But maybe it looks enough like the brownie that you won't notice the taste.
But it's so warm, and I'm just imagining the black pudding, the sausage is going to be this kind of gelatin.
Yeah, maybe if you
style.
open it, it's worth a try. But yeah, so enjoy those snacks. We will hopefully see you next time. We'll probably have Rusty Buckets back sometime. Sure. So, but anyways, that's the episode, and we want to thank you all for listening. Again, thank you all for stopping by in the bunker, listening to another episode of the Apocalypse Bros. That's not our outro, because we also want to remind you to make sure that wherever you're listening to this podcast, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, whatever that channel of podcast whatnot. Allow us
Smash that button, yo.
Smash it. Follow. Check out our bunker on our Facebook page. Just look for Apocalypse Bros or facebook.com/Apocalypse Bros. You can also buy our merch. You can buy all kinds of Apocalypse Bros shirts and hats and bath mats, like
Scarves.
you can stand on. Scarves. We got. Actually, I don't think we have scarves.
Ascots.
Ascots. Sure. I mean, you can buy it just about anything.
Say masks.
Oh, yes. And you can buy your own Apocalypse Bros masks now, available on Redbubble or TeePublic. So check either of those places out. Or, again, go to our Facebook page, and you'll see the links on there. Easy peasy. That's so much faster. Subscribe to us, all that good stuff. If you buy enough of our merchandise, you might end up with, very similarly to Rusty Buckets, a fairly large package sitting at your doorstep waiting for you that you can open yourself. The Sanitation Union has already agreed that if they see the Apocalypse Bros label on your fairly large package, they will not touch it or handle it in any way.
It's like the old pre-checked at the TSAs.
That's right. That's right.
Our boxes are pre-checked by the TSA, fondled and ready to go.
That's right, it is. Our fairly large packages have been fondled. Beep. So, and then, of course, if you're on iTunes or another place that allows for reviews, make sure to drop us one. You can also do so on Facebook. Just drop us a comment. Hit us up in the messages. We'd love to hear from you. So, yeah, definitely. Any final words, Sly?
No.
All right. And that concludes another episode of
The Apocalypse Bros.